Hey, welcome back to this mini lecture. This one is called "The Medium is the Message." We're going to be exploring that iconic phrase by Marshall McLuhan. We'll divide it into three parts. First, scale. Second, psychic and social consequences. And third, pace or pattern. My pace is fast, if you notice. First, scale. Here's a quote: "The personal and social consequences of any medium result from the new scale that is introduced into our affairs by each extension of ourselves or technology." Think about this. You see this image of it would be a car on a highway. The medium or technology of a car has increased the scale of human beings. We're able to go distances we could never do so before having this mechanical device. Also, it's an extension of ourselves. We don't say, "Oh, my car's been hit" when we're driving. If you're in an accident, you say, "I've been hit." So as a result, our technology gives us a new scale, extends ourselves. And when you apply it to social media, think about this. You have a profile on Facebook or another platform. It's not just like a picture of you, it's you. So it extends yourself into cyberspace. 2. Psychic and social consequences. Here's the quote: "What we are considering are the psychic and social consequences of the designs or patterns as they amplify or accelerate existing processes." Say, for example, you see here the inside of an empty subway car. Say that that's a technology that we have. When we're in a subway car that's completely empty during the day, say, we might be really happy because, and the psychic and social consequences are positive because we have all the space to kick back and enjoy ourselves. Alternatively, if during, like, say, the coronavirus, you might be scared of being on an empty car, maybe there's something wrong there. Or if it's really crowded, we might think, "Oh, I'm really feeling a bit agitated because there's so many people in the same space." As a result, technology can give us positive psychic and social consequences. It can make us more negative. Social media is the same thing. If we post a photo of ourselves and you get a ton of likes, then it's great. We feel awesome. We like our social settings. If not, we question who our friend base is. Maybe they don't like us as much as we think that they normally do. Thirdly, pace or pattern. Quote: "For the message of any medium or technology is this change of scale or pace or pattern that it introduces into human affairs." This is an example of a baseball stadium at night. Because of the technology of lighting, you can do things and engage in patterns of human affairs that can never happen before. At this stage of night, it would be too dark to play, too dark to watch. So technology allows us to do things that we can never do before. For example, on social media, we can talk almost instantaneously with people across the globe in ways that we couldn't before it. Maybe think about this. Pause the video after doing this, after I give this sort of prompt. What are some unique traits of social media based on the quotes that I just spoke about in terms of scale, psychic and social consequences, pace or pattern? If you're having problems, think about how social media is different than, say, films, television, radio, or newspapers. This is a good time to pause. Welcome back. Here are some unique traits that I'd like to share with you about social media as a unique form of media. First, you need to have, and it requires, a device, a connection, and participation. If you don't have a device, like a smartphone, a tablet, or a laptop, you cannot engage in social media as we normally think of it. Also, that device needs to have a connection. If you do not have Wi-Fi, you cannot engage in social media. And ultimately, in terms of participation, if other people do not engage in social media with you, it's not really social media. Hence the word social in social media. Multiple ways, directions of communications for social media. If you think about it, you contrast social media to television. Television is, you have one central node, this broadcaster sending this information, these images out to you, this sound out to you. Social media allows you to push back and send, like your friends can send you video, audio, selfies, but you can also send communications back to them and to other people. Social media transcends space and time. It can be immediate but also asynchronous. Again, you can communicate with people across the globe virtually instantaneously. However, the asynchronous part is, how many times have you sent an urgent text message to a loved one, and it seems like if they don't respond in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, a minute, it seems like you're waiting a long time. We've all had messages that we've not read, and again, they were sent to us right away, but we've made them asynchronous because we've chosen not to respond to them quickly. Social media includes all other media, including television, radio, photos. For example, YouTube is basically TV on a computer. Podcasts are radio put into small fragments of MP3s. Instagram is basically a photo feed done online. Social media tends to shorten all communication. We generally communicate through short text messages, through images and emojis, even memes. As a result, as opposed to the long discussions you can have with people that are involved, as opposed to novels or long magazine or newspaper articles, social media communication tends to be much shorter. As a result of the time we spend online, it seems to foster more online and less offline communication. If you communicate to people for a fixed amount of time per day, if you're spending all this time online, that means almost by definition you're spending less time offline. And finally, social media tends to decontextualize communication for all of the reasons spoken about before on this slide, especially shortening communication. As a result, because of this truncated, shortened communication, there's going to be greater misunderstanding, and because of that, people tend to be more emotional online and through social media and less rational. Why should we care about these unique traits of social media as a medium? We should really, through this course and our general lives, consider how social media is changing our lives as we speak. It's changed the scale of how we communicate to one another. It has caused psychic and social consequences that did not occur before it came into existence, and it's accelerated the pace and pattern of our lives. Thanks for listening to The Medium is the Message. I look forward to having you watch soon again.